by the way. I'm Tahira.
Hello. Hi.
Nice to meet you all again. And so if you turn on your gas hobs or electric or whatever you've got.
Okay, okay.
Let your pan heat up a bit. I've got my pan's quite a thick pan, so it takes a while to heat up.
Just in terms of what we're cooking with, Tahira, we've got a frying pan and then a big kind of pan to put the curry stuff in. Is that enough?
Yeah, well, this is the sort of pan that you need, really, because once you get your spinach in, like a stock pot type of thing.
Yeah. Right, okay. So if you've got one of them, guys, use one of them. If not, anything that looks similar to it, I would imagine.
Yeah, you can actually use a wok. If you've got a wok, you can use a wok.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So now you need to add your oil into it, about 4 tablespoons of cooking oil.
4 tablespoons of cooking oil, okay. What kind of flame are we cooking with, Tahira? Is it low?
I've got it high at the moment.
High at the moment, just to heat the oil, yeah?
Just to heat the oil up, yeah.
Okay, okay. I've got the factors. And did everybody get the box of mince pies as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was very kind of you. Thank you very much.
No, it's just a little, just because it's the last session. We thought we'd just send a little bit of a gift. I don't know if I mean, I don't really like them personally, but so my mum's going to take mine. But if you don't like them, pass them on.
So when your oil's sizzling like it is now, you need to throw your onions in.
Onions, okay. So you should have 2 chopped medium onions. Is that right?
That's right. That's going to work.
Perfect. So
if you just cover it for a bit, just to let the onions go a bit soft. I've got my daughter here, she's there helping me wash up, bless her.
Your daughter's washing up for you?
She's my little helper.
She's helping me wash up. I'm not.
She's there videoing me at the same time so she can show her dad.
Aww. How are you getting on, Mazdak? Have you got your onions in?
Yeah, I'm doing your onion. Yeah. Onion.
Should be looking something like this. Just let it keep.
Perfect.
What have we just put in?
We've just got the onions in at the moment, nothing else, just onions.
Thank you.
Is this something you make quite regular, Tahira?
You know what? It's funny that because I made it last week and I don't usually make it. And my daughter-in-law said, "How come you're making that?" And I said, "Oh well, I thought I'd do something different."
And how was it? Did it go down well?
Then I did the one with less spices a couple of days ago just to try it. So I didn't want everyone burning their mouths off and thinking, "Oh, what she made."
Did it go down well with the family?
And it turned out really nice. Yeah, everyone loved it.
Good, good.
Make sure they don't burn. Just give them a bit of a stir.
Yeah.
It's the base for most of your curries. They'll start off like this.
Yeah.
And don't put all your ginger in. You know your ginger, when you come to add your ginger, you only need like about 2 inches a 2-inch block of ginger. Otherwise, it'll overpower the curry.
Right, yeah.
So if you just chop it or crush it, how do you crush it? So the taste of it.
So now is just add ginger, right?
Just onions at the moment.
Just onions for now, Mazda.
Just onion, right?
I usually use a bit more oil in my cooking because it gets done a lot faster, and then I just drain a little bit away. But I find it a bit of a waste now because the whole family's on a diet at the moment, so we're trying to cut down on the oil. We're so used to cooking with a lot of oil that we just tend to, the hand just tends to slip when we pour the oil in.
So we're just getting these nice and soft, Tahira.
Yeah, yeah, just nice and soft like that. And the secret is you don't make sure when we come to add the spices don't burn, because if you burn the spices, you'll have a very bitter curry. It won't taste nice at all.
Okay.
So when we do our cooking, what we do is we usually add the spices straight to the onions and the garlic. But because when I first started learning how to cook, my mum taught me. She said put a bit of the tomato juice in to start off with, and then when you add the spices won't burn.
Okay, top tip. Thanks for that.
We've just had Simon join. So, hello, Simon. Can you hear us?
I know Simon had difficulties last week, and Zenib were helping with the sound.
Yeah. Okay, Simon, can you hear us?
We're just connecting to audio.
All we've done at the moment, Simon, if you can hear us, is we've just put our pan on and we've just put our 2 chopped onions in and we're just cooking them.
The onions have gone quite soft now, so you can add your ginger and your garlic.
Say that again, sorry, Tahira.
So you can just add if you can just add your ginger and your garlic now.
Okay, ginger and garlic. Are we adding a little bit of tomato juice, or are we just adding it straight to the...
No, not yet. You just let your ginger go a little bit. Cook your ginger a bit before we add any tomato juice.
Okay.
And you can turn your heat down very slightly now. You don't want your ginger to burn either in the garlic because it won't taste nice.
And how much garlic? Is it just what they've done from a full one garlic?
Yeah, I use all of it. I like to use a lot of garlic in my cooking.
Garlic. So just to your taste, I guess, if you're not a fan of garlic.
Then just put a little bit less in.
Yeah. How's everybody getting on? Are you good, Mazda?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Mick, are you doing all right?
I've just dropped my spices.
Oh, you're joking.
All of it carpet.
Oh, what do you mean?
Just lick your finger, Mick. And just while we're on with spices, Tahira told us to get, we went to Sprouts to get your curry powder, which you should have all received. And this is, do you want to tell us a little bit about this, Tahira? Because this is like a good find, isn't it? A secret ingredient.
It is, yeah. This is what we use, but we usually make our own. I get mine done from, my sister-in-law makes it in Pakistan and she sends it over from there.
She makes the spices in Pakistan and sends it to you?
She makes them for me, yeah. She gets them made for me and gets them all blended and then sends them over. So when my husband or whoever goes over.
My mum says, can she put an order in?
Of course you can.
Of course you can.
Lovely, thank you.
Yeah, so and then they blend them all and they send them over. But if you can't get them there, but you can always buy them from me. You go to Sprouts or any supermarket
Yeah.
It's better than buying your single curry powder and then you'll have to buy your garam masala and all the other bits. It works out cheaper and it tastes just as good.
Yeah, I think off the top of my head, I think it were about £2 that bag, and
Yeah, and it'll last ages.
yeah.
So just put it into an airtight container, into a jar, and just use it as and when you need it. Right, we're ready for our tomatoes in now. If you look at it, just the juice off the tomatoes, not all the tomatoes.
Okay.
So just put a tiny bit of the juice in off the tomato. Doesn't matter if it's tomato folded. Just a little bit. Just like that. And turn your heat, if you turn your heat right down.
Yeah.
And then just add your add the spices.
Add the what? Sorry, Tahira.
Add your spices.
So how much? Do you want to talk us through just how much of what?
So what I put you in that bag, you need to put them in.
All of it. All of what's in that.
All of what I put you in the bag, yeah, in the little
Cellophane.
yeah, in the cling film. So you need to put all of that in.
So the little cling film, Mazak, I can see you looking. The little herbs that you get spices in the cling film, that all needs to go into your curry.
Turmeric, right?
Turn your heat right down. If you find it's starting to stick, you can add some more tomatoes into it.
Right.
All right.
Okay, yeah, so you need to put in your spices all the spices from the cling film. And if it's starting to stick a little bit, you can put.
You need to put 1 teaspoon in from that bag from the big bag you just showed.
So after you've added the cling film, we're saying 1 teaspoon of this, Tahira, yeah?
Yeah, 1 teaspoon of that.
1 teaspoon of that.
And about a teaspoon of salt, depending on how you like it.
Is everybody okay? If anybody's a little bit lost, just ask questions and I'll try and bring you up to speed.
This is what it should start looking like now.
So it should start to look a bit like that. Top right. Yeah, mine looks like that. My mum says, yeah, mine looks like that. I said it.
Once these spices have been blending for about, cooking for about a minute or so, you can add the rest of your tomatoes.
Okay, so spices cooking for about a minute or so and then pour in the rest of your tin.
Keep your heat on low, otherwise the spices will start to burn.
Keep your heat on low for what, sorry, Tahira?
If you keep it on your heat on low.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, for tomato, how much should we
You
add?
put half a tin in, half a tin of tomatoes.
Okay.
You put all of it in.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter, it'll just be nice and saucy, it won't make no difference really. You can leave it in, it's fine. Some people like it nice and saucy.
Yeah, we were thinking that 1 tin of chopped tomatoes would have not been enough, but would you have only?
No, normally I only put half in 1 curry.
Right. Okay.
So I usually save the other half for another one for the day, a couple of days later.
Mum's just said that's why her curries are always watery.
So now what you need to do is add the green chilies. So whatever, if you want 1 or half, whatever you want to put in. I usually put 2 to 3 in.
2 to 3 green chilies. No.
But it depends how spicy you like it.
Yeah. Everybody got the mild curry powder, so.
Should be looking something like this now.
Okay, yeah. I'm keeping it on a low heat, Tahira.
Yeah, keep it on a low heat and let your spices cook. Your spices need about 10 minutes.
Your spices need about 10 minutes. Ours doesn't look like. That's creamy.
And you'll know when your spices are cooked is because the oil will start to come through. You'll start seeing the oil coming through.
I think my onions are a bit bigger, that's why. And we've put all things in that. I'm sure it'll be nice. I'm sure it will.
Actually, they don't take 10 minutes. I think it's about 5 minutes they need. I don't think they're going to need 10.
Oh yeah, yeah.
The look of this are doing okay. If you find it when you're cooking though, and your spices are starting to stick, I usually just add a drop of water as I'm going along.
Yeah.
And that just stops the spices from sticking, and it keeps that flavour in. Otherwise, they start tasting bitter.
Yeah, it should be quite dry. That would work. You hold on. How's everybody's looking? Are you doing all right, Mark?
Yeah.
Does everybody's look like that? Because ours doesn't.
Show me what it looks like.
No, don't.
No, I'm showing you. Wait, look, can you see?
No,
hang on, wait.
Look on screen.
Oh, wait, hang on, can you see? Ours looks like that.
No, it's fine. Do you know what it is? It's because it's got more tomato in, but it'll be fine. If you like it spicy though, Trudy, you might want to add a little tiny bit more of the chili powder, the powder to it, the curry powder, a little tiny bit more.
What, like half a teaspoon, Tahira?
Yeah, I'd add another half a teaspoon because you've got the tomato in there as well.
Right, no.
So it's been cooking for about 6-7 minutes now. So what we'll do now is we're going to add the spinach. So if it looks like a lot. So if you add half of it to start off with, so like 1 packet, and put the lid on, and it'll just simmer down a bit. When it goes down, then we just add some more to it. If you can't get it all in, that is.
Yep, perfect. So, Mazdak, spinach now. Half of your spinach.
Yeah. So which one you added right now?
The spinach.
It's spinach.
So if you look at the spinach now, it's just gone right down. Look, as I've added it in and I've mixed it, it's just going down.
Got spinach, all right, Maz.
If I have baby spinach, I usually just stick it in as it is. You don't have to chop it if you don't want to.
Okay.
Now I'm adding my the second bag. You can turn your heat up now. So if you put on about a medium flame, medium to high. And put your lid back on.
I have it close, but not yet.
Is everyone okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
So now we're going to wait till that spinach, it's going to let off some water, and when the water all dries out, well, more or less dries, it's almost gone, then we're going to add the chickpeas.
Right.
But not yet, don't add them until I tell you to.
We're still working with one half of the spinach for now, aren't we? We're not adding the other bit.
No, you can put your other half in. If that other bit's gone down, the first bit, you can add your in the next lot. And if you've got, your coriander, all the stalk off the coriander, at this point I usually add the coriander stalk in. Just chop the stalk up and add the stalk in. So it cooks with the spinach. And then I save all the leaves for the end of the cooking.
Right.
If you chop your coriander really small, And you can stick your stalks in now if you want. You don't need all that coriander, by the way, the fresh coriander. You only need about a quarter of it. I thought I'd better tell you, Trudy, in case you had all of it in.
Yeah, she just, Tahira, did you see her? She came over with a massive handful.
If you chop all the leaves up and keep the leaves, you're going to need them for it in a bit. But with coriander, you can wash it, chop it up, and you can just freeze it. Put it into bags and freeze it and use it as and when you need it. Do you see what I mean about it shrinking into nothing? The pan was almost full with spinach, and that's what we've got left.
So, Tahira, whilst we're waiting for it to all simmer down, I've got a question for you.
Go on.
Not putting you on spot or anything, but we sent them your little profile. Obviously, this is Interfaith Cooking, and you've told us that you're a Muslim lady. But I were intrigued to know. You said you pray 5 times a day. That's right? 5 times a day.
Yeah.
I just wondered. My question is, is there set times that you have to do that?
Yes, there is. Morning prayer, you have to pray before sunrise. There's a start time, and then we pray before sunrise. And the afternoon prayer is about 1 o'clock. In the winter, it's at 1 o'clock. Summertime, it's a bit later. It's at 2. And then the third prayer we pray around 2:30. Prayer 4 is at sunset, just before just as the sun sets, then we pray the prayer 4. And the last prayer is the final prayer of the night. It can be prayed. We try to pray before midnight, but I usually pray mine about 6, 7 o'clock.
Okay, yeah. So that's that must be, not time consuming. Obviously, it's important and stuff. But how do you find Muslim women and men that work, are their employers kind of supportive of their spare time? This is what I'm asking.
I think most people are, but my husband, because he's self-employed, he just works around his prayer time anyway. But even my son, he works in a pharmacy, and they always give him time to go out. A Friday prayers, a special prayers where he likes to go to the mosque. And his employees are really good like that, and they give him that extra 20 minutes or so extra on a Friday, just so that he can go and pray at the mosque.
Yeah, no, that's really good.
And my daughter actually teaches as well, you see, so she teaches the Quran at the local mosque. So she has about 30 students who she teaches. So I'm trying to correct my Quran at the moment, because my pronunciation wasn't brilliant, and she used to sit and she used to say, "Mum, you're reading that wrong, you're reading that wrong." So what I've started doing now, I've started from like as the ABC sort of thing. So I started from the beginning.
Which mosque is that she works at? Is that Ridge Road?
At the bottom of Josephine Road. It's on the bottom of Belmont Street, Salters Lane. And she actually studied at a boarding school, an Islamic boarding school in Nottingham, my daughter. She was there for 3 years.
Wow.
So she's got quite a lot of Islamic knowledge.
And you've not just got the one, have you, Tahira?
No, I've got 7 children, bless them. And I've got two little granddaughters, a 2-year-old and a 1-year-old. So a handful, yeah. My daughter works 3 days a week, So I offered to look after her daughter. So my own are all grown up and I've started again. But I love them. And my husband helps out, bless him, he's really good with the grandkids. So this is what it should look like now. Is everyone looking a bit like that?
Yeah.
Right.
Mark, you're lying.
I'm not.
Let's have a look then. Ah, yeah, it's not bad. And let's have a look at yours. Mazdak's laughing, so his don't look like that. Oh, Ants looks...
Yeah, it's looking good, yeah.
Yeah, you know, it's this.
A vegan dinner.
Yeah, it looks good, yeah. You've got it right. So now once you find your water's all drained out, gone out, you need to add your chickpeas and turn the flame down a little bit.
We've still got quite a bit of water, so just let...
So yeah, let that water go. Let the water all evaporate and then you can just add your chickpeas. The chickpeas are already cooked, so really you're just warming them through really and just letting some of that, the spices just infuse a bit.
So chickpea with this, sorry, chickpea with the water or without?
No, without the water. Just drain the water out of it. You don't need the water. So with this, if you were cooking, you could, you know, when you finish doing your spices, you can always add chicken. So if you add your chicken first, and cook your chicken in the spices for about 20-25 minutes, and then you can add your spinach, and you can have chicken and spinach.
Nice. Yeah, that's like a... Would that be a sag?
Pardon?
Is that what you would call traditionally a sag, like a chicken sag, lamb sag?
Yeah. It's a chicken garlic. Or you could have it with potatoes. So if you just like, what I usually do with my potatoes, I put them in a carrier bag, I chop them up, put them in a carrier bag, put a knot on towards the top so it's got enough air in it, you know, so the steam can cook the potatoes. And I put them into the microwave for about 5 minutes. And then you just have to cook them less when you're making the curries. It just saves time. As a busy mum, I like to save time, you see.
Is it a carrier bag then, Tahira? Put your potatoes
In a carrier bag, yeah, just a normal carrier bag. And I'll chop my potatoes up and put a knot at the top. And I'll just stick them in the microwave for 5 minutes. You take them out and they're more or less cooked. You just be careful with the carrier bag. Obviously, you'll have steam in it. Just put a hole in the carrier bag and just rip it open, and your potatoes are more or less done. Rather than save your pans from boiling, just chuck the carrier bag in the bin.
So you don't cook the potatoes first then?
It's even when I do when I make wedges, I do the same with wedges. I'll just put them in a bag, knock them up, put them in the microwave for a bit, take them out, put my southern fried spices on and just fry them. So it saves me putting the pan on to boil and saves the gas, saves the time. And
yeah. Life hack.
Saves me washing.
I've got another question for you.
Go on.
Have you always lived in Rotherham?
No.
Because you've got a little bit of a Geordie accent, I think.
Yeah, I was born in Middlesbrough.
Middlesbrough. Well, no, that's not really Geordie then, is it? You don't like being called Geordie, do you?
Well, we're close to them. That's what we get called.
Yeah, you can hear it.
Yeah, so I was born in Middlesbrough, and most of my family is still there. It's just me and one sister who live in Rotherham. My brothers and my mum, they live in Middlesbrough, and I lived in Rotherham till I was 20, and then I got married and moved to Rotherham because my husband wanted to be with his family. All his family live in Rotherham. So then I've been here ever since. So I've been here about 25, 26 years now.
Wow.
But I like it. It's nice and quiet. So this is what it should be looking like now.
Oh, spicy that. Now that's spicy.
Has it gone too spicy?
No, it's not. No, it's not. Never too spicy, we say.
Oh, good. You'll know how much spices you'll need to put in. Once you start cooking with them spices, you'll know whether You need 1 spoon or 1.5 or...
Yeah.
Perfect.
And if you wanted to make just a chicken curry on its own, you'd put your chicken in, cook your chicken in the spices for about 20 minutes, and then you'd use some boiling water from the kettle and just add the water in, and then just let it simmer on a low heat for about 15 minutes, and you'd have a chicken curry.
No tomatoes.
So yeah, it's very easy.
No tomatoes.
Yeah.
Tahira, she says, on the chicken curry thing, would you not add tomatoes then? It'd just be water.
No, you add the tomatoes. You know the way you just added your spices and then you add your tomatoes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You always have tomatoes in most of your dishes. They all have tomatoes in them.
All right, yeah. So we don't have tomatoes in there.
Yeah, most curries will have tomatoes in them.
Yeah.
I can't think of one that doesn't, to tell you the truth.
All right, so exactly as it is, but water and chicken.
So that's your base.
This looks delicious.
Smells gorgeous.
Does it?
No.
Good.
If my mum's cooking it, it'll probably taste like.
Ain't not using it now.
She's tasting it.
You've had step-by-step instructions, so I'm sure it'll be all right.
I feel confident.
I think it's just about cook now. So what you need to do now is just add your half of your coriander, not all of it. Just add just over half, and you're just going to save a little bit for garnishing at the top. Did anyone boil an egg to add on the top?
No.
Well, I did, but somebody's eating it. I can't find it.
Someone's eating.
It's gone.
We've got the pitters though as well, so should we man them put pitters in now to start?
Yeah, you can start warming your pitters up, yeah.
No.
I actually cooked my own naan yesterday.
I make my own naan.
Yeah. Is that the picture you sent me, Tahira?
Yeah, I made my own.
Oh, I make my own naan. Brilliant.
That's it. We're almost done now. I think mine's done, so I'm just going to put it into my bowl now.
Yeah, this looks good.
Tahira, would that be flour you use to make chapatis and that?
No. That's gram flour. You know what you've got there? That's chickpea flour.
Is it?
Yeah. So for your chapatis, you need chapati flour, and all you do is just make it into a dough with water.
Yeah.
So like you'd make a bread dough, I'd say.
Yeah.
So you make it into a dough, and what you do, you have to leave it for at least 15 to 20 minutes before you start making your chapati.
Right.
You'd use that gram flour. You can use it for, you know, when you make kebabs, just to make them stick together.
Yeah.
To hold them in so it doesn't fall apart. That's what we use that for. Or if you want to make onion bhajis.
The other week when we did them kabos, I read it today fully, and she used the breadcrumbs instead of the chickpea flour. So
Yeah,
I've had
yeah,
that
you
ages.
can. That's right. And we use chickpea flour, you know, when we make our onion bhajis.
Yeah.
When we did the chicken kebabs the other week,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a few spare because I live on my own, so I sent some down.
Them.
Yeah, but you have them as kebabs.
Oh,
That's what they call them.
ah.
I sent a few to my mum and stepdad, and she's just said they had them yesterday and they were delicious. So
Absolute fab.
You can freeze it. I made some spring rolls a couple of days ago, and I made about 200, and I froze them all. I said freeze them, so when they want them, they can just take them out. Because I don't like making things like that fresh all the time, because they're just too time consuming.
So Tahira, next time you do that, remember, put a little bit in a little box for me and just drop me a text. And
I will do. Don't worry.
Tahira.
So let me just show you this now.
Oh, yeah.
So that's what it should look like. And now what you need to do now is just garnish it with the remainder of the coriander that you've got. And that's it. And you can enjoy it now.
No, that looks fantastic. Thank you. Is everybody up to speed? If any,
Yeah,
yeah, let's have a look at yours, Mark.
I ain't dished it yet, but
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that looks really good.
Thank you so much for that. Rabina's done hers as well.
Rabina's will be just perfect.
Very
A lovely plate. Lovely
Hello,
plate.
Nan.
Oh, very good.
nice. That looks good.
Yeah.
I've still got my chapatis to make.
Great. Feel, as we always say, guys, if yours is cooked and ready to be eaten, don't feel like you need to hang around. Go and enjoy it. Just last word from me and Ant is thank you so much to everybody that's over the last 4 weeks. It has honestly been so enjoyable. I think we did a post on social media earlier with Ant saying it makes a difference for us from kicking a football around to actually be doing something like this, and we're actually both quite sad that it's come to an end, aren't we, Ant?
Yeah, we are. We really are.
These 4 weeks have gone so quick. It's been fantastic. I've loved it.
Well, what I will say is I know Zenib is looking for some kind of funding to continue this kind of stuff in the new year. So we will obviously keep your details, and you guys will be the first people that we get in touch with if we ever do this again. But it's definitely something that we want to continue. I think it's great bringing people together. I mean, if I'm completely honest, I don't think all of us would have ever been in one room together at one time. So the fact that we've been able to cook together online and talk to each other and get to know about each other's backgrounds and cultures is, well, amazing. So yeah, so thanks from me and Anne. Please all have a safe festive period. And lastly, if you don't mind, just because we have to, these sessions are funded, obviously, we have to get feedback from people. So if anybody's got a spare few minutes to just drop me an email or Ant an email, just saying kind of how you found the last 4 weeks, all the good and all the bad, and we can pass that on to the funders. I don't know if you want to add, have your Ant? You got anything? Sorry, Ant.
Say again, sorry mate, I didn't hear you. No, it's just been amazing, guys, and I think just really echo what Trudy said in the regards of we love being and working in the community, and the fact that we can bring people together from different walks of life, different ages, different religions is incredible, and I think food does that massively, and I look forward to any kind of session doing in the new year. And I think was it Mariam said a few weeks ago about maybe doing like a sort of get together at the stadium in the new year, which is something me and Trudy have spoke about. So we'll definitely keep in touch with you all and go from there. Enjoy your food, guys. Thank you.
Thank you. It was very nice meeting everyone. Thank you, Anton. Thank you, Trudy. It's been fantastic.
We like the new Anton Deck, aren't we? Anton Trudy.
Trudy,
I've never have tried African cooking if I'd have not done this. Or you know, the Chinese noodles, anything like that. I mean, I do everything I've made. I always add loads of spices and stuff to it, but this time I made it. I thought, right, I'm going to follow the recipe, and the kids loved it.
Oh, good, great. No, thank you. And Tahira, honestly, you know, thanks. I know we kind of put you on the spot and asked if you could do the last slot, but that was kind of always our plan, that we'd hope that somebody would gain enough confidence over the week to be able to demonstrate.
I enjoyed it, actually. I didn't think, I thought I was going to be quite nervous, but I think I've got to know everybody over the weeks. I think I really enjoyed it very much for asking me to do this.
Listen, don't worry, we'll be ringing you all the time now, so. Right,
and it was listen at everybody else as well.
Enjoy your
nice holiday.
Yeah.
Thank you so much to everybody who's organised this and been involved in it. I've really enjoyed it, and I'll send some feedback to you. Or thank you.
Thank you. Is that Debbie?
Yes.
Thanks, Debbie.
Thank you.
That's lovely.
thank you, Trudy. I enjoyed as well.
No problem, Rabina.
Thank you. See you soon.
See you soon, guys.
thank you.
Yeah, thank you. I should say thank you. It's really good.
Okay, thank you.
It was a really good session and really good. Appreciate for it.
We all enjoyed it.
Thanks, Mazdak. See you later.
Bye.
See you. Take care. Nice.